Hi everyone, how are you? It's Dr. Splichal, podiatrist and human movement specialist. Do you see people wearing these silly little toe spacers and wondering why are they wearing those and what is the benefit of toe spacers? So toe spacers are a great way to give a mechanical advantage to the small muscles of the feet. So when you are doing your yoga, Pilates, bar, short foot, you're lifting barefoot, and you want to get a little bit more into those intrinsics and keep those digits from contracting and pulling in and pulling the strong force from your extrinsic muscles, this is where you want to be thinking about toe spacers. Now the toe spacers, because they're placed in between the digits, it helps to keep the toes long, straight, and flat. Remember, after all, your foot is a lever, and in order to have a strong lever, you need to have long, straight, flat digits. So when you are doing your short foot exercise, if you find that your toes are pulling in and contracting, that's where you immediately want to think, I will benefit, or my client would benefit from toe spacers. Now the toe spacers that I have on, guess what? Breaking the news, we are starting to sell these through Naboso.com. So I have the Naboso toe spacers in. These are available starting next week on Naboso.com. So make sure you stay tuned. Now, once you put on those toe spacers, what you want to do is engage and activate your feet just like you would in any other exercise. When I do short foot, and I push my toes down into the ground, it's going to help me keep the contraction into the tips of the toes. Again, we're trying to avoid buckling in. Anyone who has bunions, hammer toes, neuromas, overpronation, metatarsalgia, this is where you want to be thinking about short foot exercise with the toe spacers on. And then of course you can carry that into the shoes. So I'm going to take you through short foot exercise, just in case you're not familiar with it, with these toe spacers, so I can get more out of my intrinsics. And added bonus, I'm standing on Naboso flooring. So I'm going to bring my right leg forward just like I do in any short foot. Let's do both feet at the same time. Let's upgrade it. So I'm going to find my tripod, front foot, back foot, knees are soft. My toes are already spread out because I've got my toe spacers on. So I'm just going to kind of lift them and reach out, lengthen, set my base. And then I'm going to start to connect the tips of my toes down into the ground. All I'm thinking of, 10%. I'm saying hello. Hello to the ground. Connect and then release. Reach, lengthen, hello to the ground, and then release. That lengthening and touching into the ground is going to create that proper engagement. I don't need to do a maximum 100% max contraction into my foot, because this can actually cause a lot of issues into that first MPJ, into that plantar fascia. This is not like a crunch, an abdominal crunch or a bicep curl. Your foot intrinsics are more like your pelvic floor. So we say hello and we lift, or we say hello and we touch our toes to the ground, and that's going to keep that proper engagement. Let's get to the other side, and I'm going to add in the pelvic floor. So our feet are split stance, foot tripod, front both knees soft, toes are already spread with those toe spacers. We lengthen them out and we reach. We're going to connect our toenails to the ground, and while we do that, I'm going to start to lift and engage my TVA and lift my pelvic floor. I feel this beautiful tension sitting around 20%. I'm saying hello, and then I release. I like to do this as a way to activate my foot to core sequencing before my day, before a workout, before my rehab session, and then for those athletes before you're getting on the field or the court. These toe spacers, and all toe spacers in general, can be used when you do your activation, when you do your workout, when you're at work, when you're walking around. So they are intended to be worn in your shoes. Now, if that's a little bit too much or they feel uncomfortable, I completely understand. Start without using them at least 30 minutes at the end of the day or the beginning of the day. And it's just a way to start to open up the foot. And then as you get more comfortable, just increase that time. Wear them in the shoes or wear them in the workout. If you want to understand and learn more about the power of toe spacers and how they can be used for hammer toes, bunions, neuromas, and metatarsalgia, or just to optimize foot function, then please head to naboso.com. I hope you guys are amazing, and remember, stay barefoot strong.